The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore.
I've been lit for days. I wish my life was on a different page. I got peers and they got shit for brains. If you calm, you must have missed the rage. Me and the homies in our hundreds, but who's counting? We all ditched our rage. I got a biddy with a booty, don't stop. That shit clap like a crowd that 187 to cop. I know a guy with an IQ that's peaking the top. He got a felony on his sheet, he pushing the mob. There's a house of cards being built around me and you. No sign of the doors or windows, but they'll sell you the view. Most of these homebodies pay the rent, but ain't got a clue. It's the same old kidnapping, just the ransom is new. The world we living in is really stranger than fiction. My fucking strength done gave me pills to kick my Twitter addiction. Some of you folks fragile, scared to make a decision. Congratulations, your staleness is your prison.
I don't want you to protest, I don't want you to riot, I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it, my life has
I'm
value.
in the danger zone. The feds listen when I'm on the phone. I ain't special, that's just how it's going. Yesterday I had to smoke a clone. Got high enough to tap my dome. Started slurring like I'm Post Malone. It ain't an office, it's a rush to the loot. Outside a voting center, sign say, who got the juice? We're a being capable of such a noble pursuit. Then why ask the tree to stop making poisonous fruit? No system ever wanted us to win from the start. Imagine choking on the paint but still respecting the art. That's why these kids are willing to walk into the dark. And besides, a little danger can be good for your heart. You can peek behind the curtain, but it's on with the show. They think to shut this shit down, you gotta prove what you know. The only thing worse than clickbait from Donnie and Joe is the thought of either one of them fucking me slow.
And when the 12th largest company in the world controls the most awesome goddamn propaganda force in the whole godless world, who knows what shit will be better for truth on this network? Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. We're all you know. You're beginning to believe the illusions we're spinning here. You're beginning to think that the tube is reality and that your own lives are unreal. You do whatever the tube tells you. You dress like the tube. You eat like the tube. You raise your children like the tube. You even think like the tube. This is mass madness, you maniacs.
Good evening. It certainly seems like mass madness. So I spent all day working tirelessly on something that I think is probably going to take us from where we are now to God. The sky's the limit. So I had composed a song that I think is going to be a #1 hit. It goes something like this. Now, mind you, I'm still in the beginning of it, but the election that never ends, it goes on and on, my friend. I think really it has a ring to it, and I think that would probably get me killed. But anyway, man, yeah, I suck at singing. And I haven't wrote a song since, God, I still had to say teen after the year, the last time I wrote a song. So, anyway, man, I don't know. I'm still at where I was, in a sense, mentally, as far as this nightmare that is unfolding. GOP picked up a couple more seats in the House today. Actually, I think they picked up more than a couple. Might have been 188 or something this morning, possibly. But it's 192 right now for the House. So been kind of a stalemate for Senate. both at 48. And of course, Biden's still at 264, and Trump is still at 214. And we should know something, I would think, tonight on some of them, I would think. I don't get it. This is insane. This should be being decided here. And let's see, Georgia, of course, 99% of expected here. Let me quit being a tard for one. Put it up on the screen so you can see it. Does this show up? Yeah, it does. Good. Okay. So, Georgia, as you see, 99% of expected vote in. And it's neck and neck right now. 49.4 to 49.4. Okay? I'm showing Trump still in the lead. But by what? 1,500-ish something? Hang on. Somewhere in that ballpark, right? Like 13 to 1,500, I think, is all the bigger the gap is there right now in Georgia. So Georgia could actually flip blue. And don't be shocked if it does. Don't be shocked if it does. North Carolina showing 94% of expected vote in. Trump is still carrying a fair lead as long as there's no crazy foolery going on there. Pennsylvania, Trump is still carrying a 0.8% lead over Biden with 90% of the expected vote in. Nevada, let's see, Biden is still 0.9% ahead of Trump with 84% of expected vote in. Now, Arizona is something that's been up for a lot of discussion today, and so apparently there is supposed to be what they suspect to be an incredible amount of Trump votes coming in that could possibly turn Arizona red. Don't know. This is crazy. And I know that many of you may have been watching this already all day or are aware of this stuff, so I don't mean to be beating it in the ground, but this is my first time talking about it here today. So, crazy. It is insane. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to expect. I think there's going to be chaos. I don't think there's a way that this could go that there won't be. So there's that. And then there's other fronts. Our little town gained another 20 total confirmed COVID-19. It's crazy. It's crazy. It looks like it's really going to start kicking off. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. It does. It looks like it's really going to pick up steam, and that's not good, especially with everything going on. So much uncertainty in so many areas. Pritzker was on TV doing a news conference earlier today, and he's already in a roundabout way threatening lockdown. So in our state. So I don't know what's going on, because he openly admitted that there's not a whole lot of counties that's really giving a damn about what he says. And he pretty much openly admitted it. I mean, of course, he didn't put it in those words, but I I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen on that front. And when I say that front, I mean the entire front, whether it be COVID-19 itself and the sickness and supply line issues and all of that it's undoubtedly going to cause. Man, you have to understand there is something that we are facing. I'm pretty confident in this dark winter thing. I'm pretty confident in it. That it's a thing is what I'm getting at. Now, exactly what is it? Is it what has been going around? I don't know. But I would venture to say that it is likely going to be a dark winter. Now, hopefully, that term doesn't include the grid. Because it's bad enough. Bad enough when you got a dog that just will not. Kid! Man, this is crazy. We got a dog that just, I don't know about her sometimes. Anyway, where was I? With everything going on, with election uncertainty, with, like I said, COVID-19 and all the issues that could cause. Hang on. Alrighty. I can't even imagine what it would be like if we had a grid down situation. And reason being is because of the division in the country right now. Would people turn around that quick, that easily, and be able to unite enough? Man, I'm not seeing that happen. Because let me tell you what, it's a difference if it's a regional, if it's a localized thing, the likelihood of help plays a huge factor in how well a populace responds. Now, I can't remember what state it was, and I can't remember exactly what it was. It might have been a hurricane that went through or something. I cannot remember what happened. I do remember that it was hot. It was summer. It was hot. And I believe it was on the East Coast somewhere. They lost power for a little while. And when I say a little while, I don't know if it was 2 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. But I remember there was a trailer park that got pretty damn violent during that. Now, mind you, this wasn't even in an entire town. This was just part of a town. Right? And it got nasty. Like I say, it was dead heat, a summer. There was no way that they could get relief. And the trailer court got pretty bad, from my understanding. Now that's heat. Flip the coin with freezing temperatures. That's certainly not any better. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. There is just way too much uncertainty to take our eyes off the ball right now. And I mean every single ball possible, 'cause I could see any one, if not both of these issues, meaning COVID and election issues, spiraling out of control in a hurry. And I mean in a quick hurry. I brought up live video earlier of Unicorn Riot, I believe it was. Yeah. And they were at Minneapolis, if I'm not mistaken, and they were in front of the mayor's home. Now, last night, they had a protest, and I guess a large group of protesters was moving out onto a roadway. And immediately, I believe they were kettled, I think, is how that worked. Immediately, and like 600 and some odd protesters were arrested last night. They were arrested, they were charged, and now the reasoning is for, causing a issue with traffic on the highway. However, that's kind of a piss poor excuse, considering that they held them on the highway for 5 hours. If they were concerned about them impeding traffic, they wouldn't have held them there impeding traffic for 5 hours before doing anything. So, it's kind of ridiculous. So anyway, today there was a press conference, and that's what Unicorn Riot was streaming. And during the press conference, Trump supporters showed up. And I'll tell you what, it didn't look like one of the gentlemen that went there, it didn't look like he had good intentions at all. So, man, we better do a lot of soul searching in this country before we take this step. And I've said it time and time again. It's a big step. It's a big step. It's just a shame that it's almost like people have been programmed to find every little thing they can nitpick apart about every single thing on the planet. It's insane. It's almost like much of society could be happy with nothing. And if we have that mindset, if we have that heart set, as an individual, then how in the hell are we going to function correctly as a nation? We can't. All goes back to what I've been saying on this show since 2014. I've been saying it for a long, long, long time, folks, way before the show ever started. And it starts at home, in the heart sets and the mindsets of the people. That's where it starts. It don't start at a presidential position. It doesn't start at Congress. It doesn't start with entertainers or athletes. It doesn't start with your best friend. It starts with you. Man, I hope I'm wrong about every damn bit of this. But I am seeing individuals that are about as extremely level and calm as it gets, that appear spooked right now. So, and I personally feel spooked. So that just confirms to me that it's not just me. I I don't know. And I don't know how much longer any alternative media is going to be able to do anything. Tim Pool, I watched a video from him earlier. He's been putting out some really good stuff. I watched a video from him earlier, and he was talking about he felt like independent media was going to really pull out ahead on this because of everything that is the mainstream media. I mean, look at what you had done. Okay, Arizona here was, from my understanding, supposedly called way sooner than what it was supposed to be. Okay? So you've got that. Now, Fox News had, I don't know what it was, but their calculation was way different than Politico and who is the other one? AP. I don't know if they were running off the same thing, because I noticed any time that one switched, the other would switch. It's same thing, same second. So I just assume they're running off the same system, but Fox was way out there. This is insane close. And I'm curious, like for instance, if Trump does pull off Georgia just barely, I wonder if Biden's going to contest it. Especially considering Trump is contesting stuff. Man. Don't know. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I know that much. Alright. Making sure anything else there. Okay. I guess let me show you these ugly numbers, and then we'll go from there. I'm not gonna run through them all like I used to. I'm just gonna kind of give you, as long as it's bad, as long as there's a spike, I'm just gonna kind of give you the fatal cases, and we'll do the thing here. So I'm showing 1,144 on fatal cases at this point. Yesterday, the graph is showing over 100,456 new cases, and yesterday the fatal cases were showing 1,075. So, this is, like, I do believe the third day, that's over 1,000. That's not good. It's not good. Like I said, my little town here, we're up at 608 total confirmed, and overnight that's a gain of 20. So, not good. Not good. Before that, it was 11. Before that, it was 7. Before that, I think it was 18 or so. I can't remember. I can't go back that far, but I can tell you those other ones because I've been watching it close. So, 608 is where we're at currently. So, see what's up with that tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, I'll probably be live at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. So, I don't know of any other way to do it because of Shabbat, and I guess that's about the only way I can do it. So, Fridays will be at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time instead of 8. So, you know what? Scratch that. I'm not going to do Fridays. I'm going to do Sundays. I think. I don't know. Let me think on that. Because I see an advantage to doing Sundays too at 8. A major advantage. Like a weekend wrap up of the news. I see that as a major advantage. So I kind of like that idea of doing Sunday at 8 o'clock. And I like that. I do. Let me think on it. Think on it, pray on it, all that good jazz. Alright, need me a drink of tea, I know that much. Oh, man. Let's see. Let me, go ahead. Let me take a peek up there. I'm just waiting, man. I'm just waiting for Georgia to change to blue. Not in an excited way, I'll tell you that much. Alright, let's do some headlines. There's quite a few different things there that I may speak a moment on. This is starting from last night's news that I had put out. Protesters set fires and clashed with New York City cops after hundreds turn out for Count Every Vote march in Manhattan. And again, that's not tonight, that was last night. National Guard troops activated in Portland amid widespread violence and vandalism as protesters face off with police. Again, this is last night's news, but this brings up something that I do want to mention. There's this big thing going on right now talking about watermarks and the ballots and the National Guard and how they were deployed to all of these, how Trump deployed them to all of these Democrat states, so that, you know, it's I guess DHS is involved and they're gonna, you know, it's a conspiracy. We all know it, right? And I just want to say this. Number one, Trump can't call out the National Guard. Doesn't have the authority. So there's your first clue. Now, whether or not there's some type of anti-cheat system on the ballots, that I don't know. There could be. But understand that at least some of that story is absolute bullshit. So keep that in mind. And if it comes from Q, you really, by now, you should know better. I don't get it. It's like flat earth. Makes no sense. You can only not get it so much before people go, huh? I don't know. I don't even get really for sure what the hell they're protesting about yet. But, well, from my understanding, they're not Biden supporters either. So apparently these cats in Portland are a different breed of something. China looks to boost oil exploration, expand oil and gas storage. Police deployed as tensions run high at Maricopa County, Arizona ballot counting office. And this is probably stuff yet from yesterday, I'm guessing, because this is to stuff I put out earlier today. However, it's probably stuff that was from last night, I'm thinking. Drug war blow. 4 states legalize cannabis as D.C. loosens magic mushroom ban, and Oregon is first to decriminalize all narcotics. So, wow. Crazy, huh? The dollar weakens with Biden closer to victory and may go even lower. So, I don't know. I know I looked when I put out this headline. I know I looked at the stock market, and it was well in the green. It didn't look like it was hurting. India's economy poised to reach pre-pandemic levels by year-end, says finance ministry. And by the way, I want to point out the dollar and Wall Street, not the same thing. But I figured, if they're talking about the dollar, I figured, well, I'll check Wall Street, see if there's anything shaking there. UK Justice Minister cautiously optimistic about EU trade deal as London will assure US over North Ireland peace. Paris to set 10 p.m. curfew for takeaway food and drink to prevent crowds forming during COVID lockdown, says Mayor Hidalgo. Oil in this together, embattled leader Lukashenko asked Putin for Russian oil field to shore up Belarus' troubled economy. All these nations across the planet, right, across the globe, that are having issues with election results. And it just seems strange to me. And neither Trump nor Biden will wave a magic wand to fix America's economic destruction, says Peter Schiff. I don't normally always put out when it's like an opinion piece, but this is true. It's not. Our economy's screwed, and the dollar's screwed, and it is what it is. I don't know why they've been kicking along and faking it this long. It's been done. It's been done for a long time. And neither one of them's going to fix it. And I think it's just a matter of whoever the hell's at the helm when it falls so badly that it can't be picked up anymore. Kind of like playing hot potato, right? Putin preparing for power transition, ? Proposed law could grant former presidents immunity, even for actions before taking office. What? Wow. I'm not good with immunity for anybody. Melbourne man with links to Chinese groups becomes first suspect charged under Australia's new foreign interference law. China bars visitors from coronavirus-crippled Britain, Belgium, and Philippines. Kosovo President Hashim Thaci resigns to face war crimes charges at The Hague. Israeli hospital chief rejects Western concerns over Russia's Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine as political and orders 1.5 million doses. Norway's government urges people to avoid traveling, limit social contacts to stop spread of coronavirus. You're going to see a lot of COVID in the news. A lot, because I'm telling you, it's picking up globally. Belarus places founder and editor of Nexta social media channel on interstate wanted list for planning anti-government demonstrations. That's nuts. Nuts. And I think stuff like that is coming here, folks. I think that any protesting whatsoever, I think, is going to be dealt with very heavy-handedly. And I think it doesn't matter what protesting it is. I don't think it's going to matter whether it's Black Lives Matter, whether it's something to do with the elections, whether it's something to do with possible, probable lockdowns that are coming. Man, I think the same thing's coming. I think they're going to come down hard on any of it. Put the knife down. Walter Wallace Jr.'s final moments revealed as Philly police release harrowing body cam footage. A London Mayor Sadiq Khan challenges UK government's false choice between tackling virus and protecting economy. Trump accused of gross abuse of office by OSCE election observer over call to halt count. Ukrainian opposition threatens possible impeachment of President Zelensky as constitutional crisis in Kiev deepens. See, I mean, another one. As far as countries with presidential, issues and stuff. It's just strange. Wonder if there's a common hand in a lot of it. Let's see. UK extends furlough scheme again amid fresh COVID lockdown and mass unemployment panic. WHO probing COVID-19 mutation in minks after massive Denmark outbreak and decision to cull 15 million animals. Now, this is in Denmark. There's going to be another headline that I think is out of Michigan, something like that, but here in the States. French foreign minister condemns Turkey's declarations of violence over Islam Row. No return to good old times of transatlantic relations after U.S. election, says French Foreign Minister Le Drian. Indian COVID-19 vaccine could be launched in February, months earlier than expected, says a top scientist. Oops. And that's the Indian one. A highly anticipated AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine to miss 30 million delivery target by 9 months, says UK vaccine czar. Yeah, I don't know how good of an idea this was. Radioactive shrooms, ? Ukraine arrests 2 men for picking bucket loads of fungi in Chernobyl's nuclear exclusion zone. Literally picking radioactive shrooms. Probably not a good plan. Macron pledges additional French border police amid growing terrorism threat. Comments by Russia on U.S. election like red rag to a bull, but uncertainty could negatively affect global affairs, the Kremlin says. All 15 detained over Vienna terrorist attack, part of radical Islamist network, says Austrian Public Security Director. Trump poised to sue Nevada, claiming voter fraud, says 10,000 votes came from people who no longer live there, says reports. Trump says states where Biden recently declared victory to be legally challenged for voter fraud, adds there's plenty of proof. Wow, Georgia's, I'm showing 2,497 vote difference in Georgia right now. So, yikes, yikes, yikes. 215,000 chickens to be culled after bird flu detected on Dutch farm, says Ministry of Agriculture. Greece set for second nationwide lockdown as COVID cases jump. Ethiopian military announces it's at war with Tigray region's ruling party as government declares emergency, says reports. Let's see. Disgraceful, Turkey slams France over ban on nationalist Grey Wolves group and double standards on terrorism. Here's the other one. Over 3,000 mink dead from coronavirus at animal farm in Wisconsin. This is Wisconsin. Let's see. Hefty fines for Twitter, Facebook, and Google, ? Russian social media users ask state to punish U.S. websites that censor Russian news. Italian regional leaders outraged over government's coronavirus red zones policy. Missouri sees one-day COVID-19 case record as hospitalizations continue to rise. So they hit a record. Brussels versus Lukashenko, EU to impose additional sanctions on Minsk, targeting both president and his son, sources tell TASS. To have and to hold Japanese scientists create robot to simulate hand-holding with a girlfriend. Now, I'm not a fan of when they are taking things this far. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. I think it's going to wind up leading to some really eerie stuff. And I don't see what good could come from it. I really don't. I just think we're diving into some bad areas. A COVID-19 death toll surpasses 6,000 in Sweden as PM warns situation going in wrong direction quickly. Willing to lose my business for what I believe in, UK gym owner arrested and patrons fined hours into second COVID-19 lockdown. I'm kind of curious if that's going to happen here with businesses and stuff. We'll see. We'll see. Kremlin says coronavirus situation tense but under control as Omsk region health chief fired over shortage of beds. You know, a lot of this stuff, it depends on how much weight is coming down, right? If there's a whole lot of weight coming down, then, you know, for instance, let's take a city mayor, for instance. If there's a whole lot of weight coming down on that city mayor may not have a choice. Now, I get that there's a lot of legal argument and all of that on all of this. Man, that's the problem. We've allowed the government to make everything that's supposed to be, you know, considered lawful or unlawful into something legal or illegal. And sadly, when that happened, there was a lot of things that was put into place that shouldn't be there. As a result, there's a lot of control that's been taken that shouldn't be had remotely, not even close. And this goes, of course, through all levels of government, but I'm telling you, man, I see this coming here. I do. Especially when I say here, I especially mean here. Because I'll tell you what, the folks here, they very conservative, and this town has a history of standing. I don't see the people, I should say, like the business owners and stuff, I don't see them backing down. You know, now whether or not there's enough weight put on the mayor that he has to play ball, I guess that'd be seen. Don't know. I don't think it's gonna be pretty. Let's see, I read that one. French police investigate children for defending terrorism in comments made after teachers beheading by Islamists. Let's see. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey should be arrested for censoring Trump's tweets, former White House strategist Steve Bannon says. Hate us, listen to us, learn from us. Third parties play a vital role in U.S. elections, Green and Libertarian leaders tell RT. Let's see. COVID-19 has killed over 10,000 Illinoisans, so it's not a good benchmark to pass. Trump gets big legal win in Pennsylvania, setback in Michigan as winner of presidential race remains unclear. You all know that. Stop the Steal. Facebook repeatedly boots pro-Trump election integrity group for real-world organizing amid tension. Arrests and scuffles as Million Mask March staged in London despite COVID-19 lockdown. Joe Biden sees no doubt of winning presidency, urges supporters to be patient, calls system envy of the world. Trump says, if we count the legal votes, I easily win, and accuses media and big tech of trying to steal the election. That is those headlines. Let's see one up there. Oh. Nothing. Man, I am telling you. It's not good. Not look good at all. I would just like it. Been urging everybody all along, get ready, start going over things. We don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. Oh, I see conservatives picked up another seat in the House. So conservatives did pick up another seat in the House, it would appear. So that's good. I say Democrats. I meant Republicans. If I said Democrats, I'm sorry. I meant Republicans, if I did. Republicans picked up another seat in the House. Yeah, this is just crazy. Makes you wonder. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I don't have anything else. I think I'm gonna kick back, and I've had the news on in the background, off and on, and just kind of hear as stuff comes in and all of that stuff. Not only news, but numbers and stuff like that. So easier way to kind of keep track of it. But I'm just going to kick back and listen to that and see if there's any more resolution yet come tonight. I would advise, like I say, everybody to keep on their toes. Make sure you're getting prepared. Do what you can. I had actually been doing a little organizing today, and doing so in a manner. We don't have a lot of food supplies or anything, but I'm getting what we have just together, in a sensible manner. I mentioned the other day about going and picking up. I had Jim pick up like three things of oatmeal, 3 things of pancake mix. That's what I'm talking about. I was sorting that, stacking that, getting that all put in and reorganizing shelves so that like that particular shelf was kind of more or less aimed towards prepping, not completely but mostly, and just go from there. Hopefully be able to add to it a little bit more before things get too stupid. One of the people I've talked about that just seemed a bit spooked was Kyle, Survival Prepping for Normal People. Video that he had put out today. And he seems like he's a bit spooked. And I get it. I am. Without a doubt, I am. So, don't get me wrong. I'm not running around the house screaming with my arms flailing or nothing. But this is the most uncertain times I know I've ever experienced in this country, and I'm willing to say anybody alive. Probably the most uncertain times. I don't know. I don't know of any time that would match these. So, we've got a full plate here in the United States. I hope we've got a big enough appetite to eat it. Anyway, I am going to get out of here. I probably will see you Sunday. I think I'm going to do that. I'll see you Sunday at 8. So, anyway, I'm out of here. See you Sunday at 8. Thank you for coming. As always, God bless you. We love you, and be one with your spirit.